Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. If you watched my video on We Baby Bears on Friday, you'll know that I recently started watching We Bare Bears on Hulu. I wanted to give this series a full watch, as it's a show that I never got to watch from start to finish. I saw all of Season 1, saw some of Season 2, but eventually fell off the series and haven't really seen much of anything in regards to Seasons 3 and 4, nor have I seen the movie for We Bare Bears. I was a little bit surprised when I was going to watch the show that it's no longer on Max. I know Cartoon Network's section on Max has been decreasing over time. They've been removing shows such as Ben 10 and other popular Cartoon Network classics in favor of selling the rights to them to other streaming services, hence the reason why Ben 10's now on Netflix and shows like We Bare Bears are now on Hulu, because basically Warner Brothers Discovery is like, oh, we can make more money selling the rights to these shows to other streaming service providers to the highest bidder, essentially, instead of putting them on our own streaming service. At that point, then what's the point of even having Max if none of these shows are even on the service? Well, anyways, I was like, okay, well, if I want to watch We Bare Bears, I guess I gotta get Hulu. So I go to get Hulu. I haven't had Hulu, I haven't had Hulu probably in like 6 or 7 years. The last time I had Hulu was to watch Rick and Morty Season 1 and Season 2 before Season 3 came out, so it tells you how long ago it was since I've used Hulu. So I go on Hulu, and I know they have an ad-free tier version, and then they have their, ad version, which is cheaper. I'm personally not a fan of sitting through ads, so I will always opt for the ad-free version in streaming services that I purchase. So I go to purchase Hulu's ad-free version, and it's a whopping $19 per month. I was like, whoa, I thought it would be maybe $10, maybe $11, maybe $12, but no, it's almost $20 a month for me to watch We Bare Bears, when quite frankly, I should be paying nothing to watch We Bare Bears because it should be included in my Max subscription, which yes, I would then have to pay for Max, but I get Max for free with my cable provider, but that's neither here nor there. But nevertheless, I was like, you know what is on Max's section when it comes to Cartoon Network anymore, since We Bare Bears is now off of it, which is strange to me, just given that We Bare Bears currently has a spin-off series in We Baby Bears on Cartoon Network. You would think that they would want the legacy show, the show that started it all, the show that started the franchise, to be on their streaming service, so if you watch We Baby Bears, you could then jump from that to watch the classic We Bare Bears. But I guess that's neither here nor there, because it looks like no one's using that logic at Warner Brothers Discovery. But I decided, let's go on Cartoon Network's Max section. I did this a few months ago to see what shows were on it, and to my surprise, it's gotten significantly worse since the last time I've seen it. So if you go on Max right now, it currently has Adventure Time, the original series, Distant Lands, Fiona and Cake, Apple and Onion, Craig of the Creek, as well as Craig Before the Creek, the original movie, Edda and Eddie, Lamput, the original Teen Titans along with Teen Titans Go, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, The Powerpuff Girls, Total Drama Island, Total Drama Rama, Villainous, and We Baby Bears. Yes, that is the entirety of the Cartoon Network section on Max. Every other series that was on this service is now gone, including Regular Show. Regular Show is nowhere to be found, because guess what? It's also on Hulu, along with We Bare Bears, Clarence, and a plethora of other Cartoon Network series. And this to me is just absolutely unfathomable. I just cannot even begin to tell you how ridiculous it is that for me to want to watch We Bare Bears, I have to jump to Hulu, pay $19 a month to watch that show along with any other Cartoon Network classics that aren't on Max. Not to mention that if I want to watch Ben 10, I've got to go over to Netflix to watch it. It's just an absolute mess when it comes to Max right now, and the whole situation with shows just leaving the service in favor of going to other streaming platforms, essentially going to the highest bidder. And at the end of the day, it's just like, what's the point of having Max anymore then? Like, really, why bother if you're not getting it for free like me with your cable service provider? Why bother getting Max? Like, why should I get Max if I want to watch all of my Cartoon Network classics, all of my favorite Cartoon Network series, when they're not even on the service anymore? Like, what is the point at that point? Like, what is the point of getting Max? And it's just absolutely ridiculous to be seeing what's going on right now with the streaming landscape. I know streaming is a mess in general. I made a video early this year talking about how the streaming industry is dying. I'll leave a card above to that if you want to hear me go in depth on that topic. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, for me to watch We Bare Bears, and I'm just going to say spoiler alert here, I'm not going to watch We Bare Bears, because for me to watch We Bare Bears, essentially, I have to pay almost $20 a month until I finish that show. I did it for this month. I was like, like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a watch. I started watching We Bare Bears, and I realized, like, look, I liked the show. I enjoyed it when it was on the air. I enjoyed watching reruns from time to time when they had it airing reruns on Cartoon Network. But in no way am I going to pay $20 a month to watch this series over the span of, let's say, 3 to 4 months, because I'm not watching it every day. I'm essentially just watching episodes here and there when I have time. And quite frankly, I do like We Bare Bears, as I said before. I've noticed, though, and this just is a thing that I've noticed in general with a lot of the Cartoon Network series that we all grew up with, is for some of them, it's kind of hard to watch them as a binge watch series. And what I mean by this is, like, there's certain shows that were produced back in the day that you could literally just sit down in an afternoon and just watch it throughout the entirety of the afternoon, or watch a couple hours of it without any issue. Like Young Justice, for example, that's a series I think I watched over the span of like a week or so one summer. I just sat down, got the 2 Blu-rays for it, because I'm old-fashioned like that. We like home media. I put it into my Blu-ray player, and I watched the episodes maybe over the span of 2, 3, 4 days, something like that. And that's a series that, yes, it was produced a while ago, but it is a show that's binge watchable. On the other hand, something like We Bare Bears is a series that I was sitting down to watch, and I'm like, after an episode, after 2 episodes, I really don't want to watch more of it, because it's, again, an episodic series that really is hard to sit down and binge watch. It's really hard to binge watch a show like that. So in essence, for me to watch We Bare Bears, it's probably going to take me 3, 4, maybe 5 months to get through the entirety of the series. And at that point in time, if it's 5 months, that's $100 for me to watch We Bare Bears. I'm sorry, but that is not going to happen. And again, that's just a shame, because it's like the whole point to me when streaming was first becoming a thing. And I remember I made a big rant video about HBO Max when it first launched back in the day. And I was like, yeah, it's not a good service because there's so much Cartoon Network content missing from it. In my view, a streaming service should be a platform for these providers, you know, for Disney, for Paramount, for Warner Brothers Discovery. It should be a platform for these companies to essentially have their entire library of programs available to the consumer at a moment's click, right? The whole point to me was like, it's a great way to preserve your library. Library preservation is a big thing that a lot of companies suffer with, and streaming services are the resolution. Everything's available on a server. You can watch it at a click away. You can watch regular show followed by Ben 10 followed by the Powerpuff Girls. It's all there. And that was my problem with HBO Max when it first launched, because that wasn't the case with it. There was so much missing from the service day one, and the hope was that over time they would add to it, but no, over time they've detracted from it, and it's become even worse than it was before. And at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, what's the point of getting Max when I can't even watch all the shows I want to watch on it? Like right now, if you want to watch, I'm just gonna name 4 shows that are all made in-house at either Cartoon Network Studios or Warner Brothers Animation. If you want to watch a show like Adventure Time Fiona and Cake, you have to get Max because it's an exclusive show to that platform. If you want to watch Ben 10, you then have to get Netflix because they removed it from Max. If you want to watch regular show, you're then going to have to get Hulu because they removed it from Max. If you then want to watch a series like Batman Cape Crusader, it's produced by Warner Brothers Animation, but it's on Amazon Prime Video, so you then have to get Amazon Prime Video, which I didn't mention this in my review of that show. Absolute masterpiece, by the way, if you haven't seen my review of the series. But when I was watching Batman Cape Crusader, Amazon Prime Video used to be free to Prime members, right? You get it for free, you have no ads, it's great. Now, though, they added ads to Amazon Prime Video, so despite the fact that you're paying $120 a year for Amazon Prime, you're still going to get ads on their platform, which is absolutely absurd. So in order to not get ads, you have to pay an additional $3 a month. And I did it for Batman Cape Crusader because literally I was watching the first episode, and when Bruce Wayne was on his boat with Alfred going to the Penguins' little yacht party, right during the middle of dialogue, it just cut to an ad, and I'm like, nope, I'm not dealing with this. We are going ad-free for the month. And so essentially my point is, in order for you to watch those 4 series that are all produced by Warner Brothers Discovery, whether it be Cartoon Network Studios or Warner Brothers Animation, they're all under the same umbrella, you have to have 4 different subscriptions to watch 4 shows that are all made by the same company. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is absolutely absurd. It is absolutely unfathomable to me that this is the state of streaming that we're in when it comes to Warner Brothers Discovery series. Again, I'm going to cancel my subscription to Hulu. I already did. So once my subscription's over for this month, I'm not going to watch the rest of We Bare Bears because I'm not paying $80 to $100 to $120 to watch it over the next few months. I'll probably check out the movie, the We Bare Bears movie, because I know that serves as the finale for the series and I never got to check it out. So I'll probably watch that before my subscription ends. But yeah, it's just a shame because at the end of the day, what's happening is, yes, these shows are being preserved by being on another streaming platform. So yes, they are somewhere, but at the end of the day, it's like the library is disjointed. The library preservation, quote unquote, that Warner Brothers Discovery is, quote unquote, unquote trying to do, because we all know they don't care about library preservation. It's disjointed. It's on 4 different platforms. So at the end of the day, what's the point of having Max when their shows aren't even on their own platform? Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the whole Warner Brothers Discovery Max situation where there's barely any shows on it when it comes to Cartoon Network anymore? What's the point of even having the service then? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.